Hello everyone, welcome to Nihira Techiees. In this video, I am going to explain forms in Angular application. Basically, forms are used to handle the user input. In the Angular, we have two types of forms. The one is template-driven form and another one is reactive form. In this video, I am going to explain template-driven form, how we can define the template-driven form and how to apply the validations and showing the error message. At the end, how to get form values in order to save in the particular service. So we can see everything in the detail. So before that, I am going to share some details about the forms. You may have the question which form is better, whether it's a template driven form or else the reactive form. It's all about the situation. If you are considering about the template driven form, we can handle most of our validations, everything from our template file. Template means our HTML file itself we can handle. So in our form don't have much complex logics, limited number of fields means we can go with an template driven form. And the next one is reactive forms. If you are handling the complex logics or you have n number of fields means you have to go with an reactive form. If you are using the reactive form, we mostly do our validations and logics, everything in our TS file. That's what it's a reactive form. So as I mentioned, in this video, I am going to cover the template-driven form. If you are using the template-driven form, the first step is you have to import the form model in our app.model. So let me import it first. So basically, it's available from the Angular forms. Okay, this is done. Let- So let me add the class also, form model. Okay, this is fine. Let me add in our import side. So now we have completed on our changes in app.model. If you see the application, we are going to use two components. One is our employee component and another one is pop-up component. So let me show the existing output. After that, we can implement the form logic. So this is my screen. If you see, this is actually one of the table. As of now, there is no data. This is normal bootstrap model pop-up. So let me go to the template and we can do our logics. So as of now, we have the normal HTML form. If you are using the template driven, so first you have to mention our form name. So my form name is M form. Okay. So this is the ng form. I have to mention it. Okay. So also I'm going to write the event, submit event. So save employee. So here we are passing the form value. So this is the initial change. Let me define the function also, otherwise it will show the error. Okay, great. If you see in the forms, as of now, I am having only one field. So here I am going to add three more fields. Okay, I am added five fields. The first field is code. So basically it should be disabled. So because we are not going to enter any value. And if you are adding any control for the template driven form, you have to mention it in ng model. Okay, this is done. And after that, we have to add the ID. So ID we have to mention like this, ng model. So if you are giving like this, it will consider as the form basically will return the value in object. So if I'm giving code means it will consider one of the field, that's it. So similar way I'm going to add for the another fields. So my next control is name, and the name also I'm going to change. So here I need to change it is name, that's it. And the third one is email. Okay, this is done. Email. The fourth one is phone. Let me add it. Okay, phone. And the final one is destination. So as of now, I am use the input control. For this one, I am going to use the select control. But the procedures and everything are same only. And here set destination, and it has options. Select destination, and the value is empty. And I am going to provide one more option, admin. So let me format it. So now we can see our screen. So we have to provide one button also. So basically this button is for save and type is submit. Okay, it look like our design related changes we have done. Okay, let me include the class. Button and button primary. This is the normal bootstrap class. So it will give some good look and feel. Okay, see, this is all about our field. So now I am trying to get values from this form. So already we have defined our function here. So whatever values it's coming in the data itself. So let me add in the console. We can see whether the value is coming or not. So if you see in the console, currently no data. I am trying to give the name is Nihira and Nihira Techiees, some phone name and admin. Okay, code is the auto generated. So as of now we are checking whether the value is coming or not. So if I'm clicking the save, so see all the values are coming, name and email, phone number and destination also is coming. So currently we are getting the value. As of now we not implemented any validation. So let me go into implement the validation here. So for our first field is code. Here the validation is not required. Then the second field is name. So it's a required field. So let me give a required. And the next one is so email. So email, this one also required. And also we have to do the pattern validation. For doing the pattern validation, we have to provide the regex pattern value. So I am already having the regex pattern value for the email validation. So currently I'm doing this is for the email validation. You can do the same thing for phone validation and password. So based on the requirement, you have to add it. And other fields are fine. I'm not going to include any validation at all. So let me save it and verify once again. If you inspect and see the particular name, so it will say it is the invalid and it's attached because we are clicked that, so it's saying attached, and also the complete form. When the form also saying it's invalid. In case if I'm trying to give some values, Rahul, so you can see the name field is value is changed, it's a valid field, but it's still what is called our form is saying invalid. Why? We included validation for the email. Now let me try to give some valid email in the email field. So see now even our form also got valid. So now this is the valid record, but we have to provide the information. what is called the error message we need to show. For showing the error message, I am going to add some span tag here. First, let me adding the span tag for name. So enter valid name. Okay, and also I am have one class the error message. So it will give the red color class. That's it. If you check now, defaultly it will show. Okay, but it's not the valid case. So we have to provide the condition. For that, I'm going to use the ngif and our name dot invalid. Okay, done. So now we can verify this control first. So if you see defaultly it's showing the message. So if I'm giving some values here, Rahul, so the error message gets gone. The same way we can apply for the email also. So please enter valid email and our field is email. Okay, and I can include one more validation for the name. So the minimum length 5. Okay, now see it's saying the valid name and valid email. So RJ, if I'm giving RJ, it's not allowed. RJ Rahul, it's taking right now. And if I'm giving the valid email also, it's fine. But in one more scenario, so whenever I'm opening, it's saying please enter the valid data. Instead of that, when I'm focusing, that time only I need to show means we have to use one more condition. So let me include in the email validation and email dot text. Okay, I think we need to give the blunt symbol. Okay, the error got resolved. So see, initially there is no values. So if I'm focusing, it's saying enter the valid email. So after that, if I'm providing the valid email, it's work fine. Okay. And my final validation is for the save button. So the save button is always enabled. But so I want to disable the save button when the user entering all the valid data. That time only I need to enable the save button. So for that, I have to use the property binding here. Okay. Properties disabled. And here we need to give true or false. So for that, I am going to take the form name dot invalid. So see now, defaultly it's disabled only. So if I'm entering Ragul, still it's a disabled mode only. So if I'm coming here, by entering the all valid data, it only it allows. So if I'm checking now, so in the console I can get the value. So as of now, we have completed our design and we have completed our validation with error messages. Finally, we have our data also. So once we have the data in our TS file, we can call the particular service in order to we can complete our whole functionality. So for explaining this one, I am already have one created service. So this is my employee services. I mean employee API. So now let me go to our Angular application. Here I am going to use our service. So already I have one created service master services. So as of now nothing is included here. So if you are using any services, you have to import the HTTP client model here. So I think it's not yet imported. Let me do it first. So HTTP client model is available. So under the angular.common.http. Here I need to provide the class is HTTP client model, and I need to include in the import side also. So this is the only change in our app model. So now let me move on the service side. Here I need to inject the HTTP model, private HTTP client. Okay, that's it. So after that I'm going to create two functions here, and we have to provide the input URL also, API URL. So we have the API URL. So let me copy this one, and this method will return this dot http dot. So get method, this get method actually for loading our listing. So these things already I explained in my service video also, but if I am implementing once again, you will get some better idea. That's what I am doing this one. Save employee. So post method and input data any. So this is all about our service side. So let me move on the component. First we need to load the table. That's what I'm going to the employee table, employee component. Here m data. So first I defined the object here. So let me inject the service here. So our service name is master service, and in the page load the data is required. So let me call it here. So this dot service dot get employee, and this is the observable data. So let me subscribe it. So this dot m data equal to result. So now we have our data in our m data. So let me bind it here. Here I am going to use the for each. So let item of, okay, this is done. Here I am going to use the TD item dot code, and we have 5 more columns. Let me add it name, email, and phone. The final one is destination. So see, now we have loaded our data in our table. So now this is the save functionality. So let me call the save function also. For that we have to implement in our logics in our pop-up itself. So the same procedure here also we need to inject the service first, private service or master service. So inside that, so in the same method, this dot service dot save employee. Here we need to pass it and we need to subscribe. Okay, this is fine. Final data. So let me get the data here. Just dot final data equal to result. At the end, I am going to add this data in the console. So then only know what's the response actually coming. So let me verify now. Here I'm give to Nihira and the Nihira Techiees phone number and the destination is admin. I'm trying to click on save. So if I'm checking in the console, it's coming the object. So the key code is empty and the result is passed. That means our record got saved. So let me refresh and see the listing. Okay, great. So our recently added record is displaying in our listing. So the same way I'm trying to add one more record, Rahul and test at gmail.com, same admin. I think this one also gets saved. So let me refresh it. Okay, great. All the records are saying fine. So in that way, we have to get the values and we need to pass to the services. So as of now, I just implemented the save functionality. I am not going to implement the complete CRUD operations. So because I already covered in my one of the video. So now we have completed how to implement the template driven form and how to get the values and also how to apply the validations. So still if you have any doubts or clarifications, please post in my comment box and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. In my next video, I am going to explain reactive forms in Angular. Thank you. Thanks for watching.